Wait, hold on. What's the 15-year?
So it's just a traditional thing. Like I went to my college reunion 2 weekends ago, I think it was. It was 30 years, I think. More or maybe. I don't know. I'm old, so I don't really remember.
Go back to the school?
You go back to the college, and there's usually, it's what homecoming is. You've got the homecoming game, football, so you can go to the football game if you want. There's usually events for the grown-ups to do, like a cocktail party or something like that. I went to a Louisiana college, so it was Christian school, so there was not a cocktail party. Huh?
No alcohol?
Not, Southern Baptists typically don't drink alcohol. So my friends and I drank, not irresponsibly. But you just kind of catch up to see what your high school friends are doing. Because we had done this back at the 20-year, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, the same group of, it was sorority sisters. Yeah, pretty much every school does it. I don't know what's going to happen to CLA because they closed. So I don't know what those people. Christian Life. Actually, it changed after it was the Church Academy. All right, welcome back to Monday. We're about to finish Macbeth. I know you've loved it. So everything is coming to. So what you're looking for your quote journals this week are going to be quotes. So underline it in the book, and I'll give you time when we're done. What time do we get out?
11:30.
Oh, I haven't changed the time on that. I'm like, what?
Do we get out 11:30?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So you're looking for quotes about guilt or like consequences, like regret. I shouldn't have done this, or this is what happens when, you get too greedy. You're looking for that kind of quote, okay? And ultimately, you're going to get to an essay for this to go along with your religion essay. What's the topic in religion?
It's something like something to do with like responding and something else.
Can you use any of the color coding techniques I've been teaching you?
Yeah.
To help you organize it? Maybe there's a way we can incorporate it into this class. If you share the assignment with me, maybe I can find a way to apply I'm pretty creative. Maybe I can find a way to tie the Macbeth requirements into that. Is it about guilt or is it about
No.
ambition or what you want?
It's about it's a lot. It's like Jesus responding to the Israelites or something like that, and then like messing up or whatever.
Okay, well, share it with me, and maybe I can find a way to make the two work together.
It's kind of too late because we have to touch the bomb.
Oh, yeah, a little late. Sorry about that. You should have told me earlier. Anything with an essay, I'll try and incorporate it into our class.
She wrote it down today.
No, dude, she wrote it down last week.
All right. M, you have your book? Page 165. So we know that Lady Macbeth, 165. Guys, we're almost done.
I thought it was 175.
I'm sorry, we're not that far. Well, I think I'm picking back up at, 175 was.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, we're past this page.
175?
No, 165.
Did we get to scene 5? No, we didn't get that far. I know we didn't. I had my page turned down.
What?
Yeah, we did read that one.
We at least got to 173.
I think you're right about that.
Good job, M.
M.
No, R.
Jenkins. You're right.
Jenkins.
Let's start at 173, scene 4. So I want to recap because it was a weekend and I know you guys didn't sit around thinking about Macbeth all weekend. I know, while you were in the dove coat. What do you call it, a dove blind? What do you sit in when you shoot dove? Like a deer stand, I know you have for deer.
Yeah, you can walk around the dove.
Yeah.
Like, you mean a duck blind.
Oh, duck blind. Try.
No, you don't.
I try.
Dove, you can literally sit in the middle of the field and shoot.
And they just come? Are they stupid?
Yes, they're pretty.
I'm sorry for my animal lovers. We're hunters in Louisiana.
I'll be driving the truck, and there's one in the ground.
You're shooting from the truck?
No. I'm just saying, like, when I'm going to my spot, I can drive to the spot, and there's one on the ground. It will get up, land right back on the ground. That's so stupid.
Okay, so I know you weren't thinking about it, but I want to remind you of the predictions that the witches have given. So
Your mom.
No man of woman born can defeat you. Until Burnham Woods marches up Dunsinane Hill, you're safe. And I'm forgetting the third one. No man of woman born, Dunsinane. Don't sing, because then I can't remember the third one. Help me. What's the third one? She's not there. Kelly's not here to tell me. And I should know this.
Oh, where's Kelly?
Kelly, where are you? Taking a nap.
I want to take a nap.
Well, you usually do when I read. Well, anyway, he thinks he's secure. He thinks that he's got this. So he's now at Dunsinane. That's where he's fighting. He's gone out there. I know we didn't read this scene. So this is between Malcolm. All right, this is the important one. You ready? Page 173, scene 4. So we've got all the military has marched in. Malcolm, Seward, Macduff, Seward's son, Menteith, Caithness, Angus, and soldiers all marching in. These are all like the generals. And they're talking about what to do. Malcolm speaks. Who is Malcolm? Ooh, wake you up. Who is Malcolm?
One of the sons.
He's one of the sons of Duncan. He's the next in line to be king. Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe. Menteith, we doubt it, nothing. Like, we're sure, not at all. Seward says, what wood is this before us? The wood of Burnham. Dun, dun, dun. The Burnham wood has been part of the prediction. So the forest at Burnham. Let every soldier hew him down a bough, and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery, ere in report of us. I'm going to your hunting experience to make you understand what's going on. Let's say you are in a duck blind. Do you wear different camo when you go duck hunting than when you go deer hunting?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
What does it look like?
It grass blades.
Looks like grass. Very good. Do you ever see duck hunters put little branches on their head so they blend in more? I've seen it when do you know what I'm talking about?
The duck one that put sticks around their cage.
Yeah.
Maybe around the blind, not on you.
All right, so you've got like little fake bushes.
Around the blind.
All right, so what he just said was cut down branches and hide behind it so the people up on the hill, our enemy, can't see us coming. He's safe until the woods march up the hill. We say, woods can't go up a hill. Trees can't march. Do you get what's happening? They're hiding just like you do in the duck blind, only you don't advance. I guess I've seen floating ones where they're all looking in branches. So that's what they're doing. And you go, oh, those tricky witches. Say it. Oh, those tricky witches. You know you want to say it. Yeah.
And ground lines, and you can have a boat. It can be a blind.
But do you understand what's happening here about the tricky witches? Come on, say it. Oh, those tricky witches.
What am I saying?
Jenkins.
Oh, those tricky witches.
There you go. I just feel better knowing you said that. All right, so now everything's twisting now. Oh my gosh. Macbeth thought he was safe, and now the woods are climbing up the hill. He says, it will be done. We learn no other but the confident tyrant, that's Macbeth, keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it. 'Tis his main hope, for where there's advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. Not many people like him anymore. But none serve with him but constrained things whose hearts are absent too. And Macduff says, Macduff, our hero, let our just censures attend the true event, and put we our industrious soldiership. Seward says, the time approaches that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate, towards which advance the war. And there we are. I'm going to read from this one because it's easier to understand. I want to make sure you guys understand it. Act 5, Scene 5. We've got Macbeth, Satan. So Macbeth is still in his castle, and they've got soldiers with drummers and flags. And Macbeth says, hang our flags on the outer walls. Everyone keeps yelling, here they come. Our castle is strong enough to laugh off their siege. They can sit out there until they die of hunger and disease. If it weren't for the fact that many of our soldiers revolted and joined them. So Macbeth doesn't have the loyalty of his men anymore because he's been so evil. Remember, you're looking for quotes about consequences to actions. One of the consequences is Macbeth doesn't have the loyalty of us. You talk about when you go in the military, one of the big things is leave no man behind, right? You go back, you don't leave him on the field. You get him and you get him out. You're loyal to each other. They're not loyal to Macbeth anymore. If it weren't for the fact that so many of our soldiers revolted and joined them, we could have met them out in front of the castle, man to man, and beaten them back to England. So he said, I don't have enough men to fight the whole group. And then we hear, a woman screaming. And Macbeth says, what's that noise? It's women crying, my good lord. And he leaves. I've almost forgotten what fear feels like. There was a time when I would have been terrified by a shriek in the night, and the hair on my skin would have stood up when I heard a ghost story. But now I've had my fill of real horrors. Horrible things are so familiar, they don't scare me. What was that cry for? He comes in. The queen is dead, my lord. Lady Macbeth is dead.
He's dead.
She's dead.
Oh no.
And Macbeth, listen to his response. She would have died later anyway. That news was bound to come someday. Now, this is a famous speech, so I'm going to read it from your script.
Oh,
This is page 177. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Our life just leads us to death. Out, out, brief candle. He compares life to a candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player on theater that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is tale told by an idiot, speaking of, told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. There's no point to life. Did he think there was no point to life in the beginning?
No.
He was all enthusiastic. I'm going to be king. I'm going to have all this power.
No.
He got everything he wanted, and he's like, oh, there was no point to any of
Now
it.
look at
Now the messenger says, thou comest to use thy... No, he says to the messenger, thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly. And I'm back to No Fear Shakespeare.
Your mom.
Oh, how did I get on that page? I was all the way back to the murderers again. Why do I feel that you guys are not plugged in?
I'm definitely listening.
I'm feeling you're not plugged in.
He just died.
Who just
I mean,
died?
she. The queen.
She,
The queen
not
just
he.
died.
Yes.
Good for her.
The messenger says, my gracious lord, I should tell you what I saw, but I don't know how to say it. Macbeth says, just say it. As I was standing watch on the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and I thought I saw the forest begin to move. What? I'm going to harm both of you. Macbeth says, liar and slave. Punish me if it's not true. 3 miles from here, you can see it moving. A moving forest.
Oh,
Why is that scaring Macbeth?
I wish I had this.
he thinks that the moving forest is only the
That means
predicted.
Death is coming. If you're lying, I'll hang you alive from the nearest tree until you die of hunger. If what you say is true, you can do the same to me. My confidence is failing. I'm starting to doubt the lies the devil told me, which sounded like truth. Don't worry until Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane. And now a wood is coming to Dunsinane. Prepare for battle and go. If what this messenger says is true, it's no use running away or staying here. I'm starting to grow tired of living, and I'd like to see the world plunged into chaos. Ring the alarms, blow wind, come ruin. At least we'll die with our armor on. So he goes, I'm a dead man. I'm going to go out like a man. Going to go out fighting. Act 5, Scene 6, a short one. Malcolm says, we're close enough now. Throw down these branches and show them who you really are. Uncle Seward, you and your son will lead the first battle. Brave Macduff and I will do the rest according to our battle plan. Seward says, okay, good luck. If we meet Macbeth's army tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight. Let's fight like men. Macduff says, blow all the trumpets. They had loudly announced the news of blood and death. Act 5, Scene 7. You like my sound effects? See, you can't sleep through that. Macbeth comes in. They have tied me to a stake. I can't run away. I have to stand and fight like a bear. Where's the man who wasn't born from a woman? He's the only one I'm afraid of. Nobody else. Young Seward comes in. What's your name? You'll be afraid to hear it. No, I won't. Even if it were the worst demons in hell. My name's Macbeth. The devil himself couldn't say a name I hate more. No, nor could the devil's name be more frightening. You lie, you disgusting tyrant. I'll prove with my sword that I'm not scared of you. And they fight. Now, notice how quickly this happens. Look at the line. They fight and young Seward is killed. So they would have to stage this all out. There would be, the sword and then, and Seward, I'm dying, Daddy, I'm dying. Daddy. He might not say it like that, but, and Macbeth laughs and says, you were born from woman. Swords don't frighten me. I laugh at any weapon used by a man who was born from a woman. Enter Macduff.
Oh. Well, 183, right?
Well, I'm reading from No Fear Shakespeare.
Yes.
The noise is coming from over there. Tyrant, show your face. Macduff's our hero. If someone other than me kills you, the ghosts of my wife and children will haunt me forever. He needs to avenge his wife and children. Remember? They were killed by Macbeth. He sent the murderers to kill them. I can't be bothered to fight these lame soldiers who only fight for money. I'll either fight you, Macbeth, or else I'll put down my sword unused. You must be over there. By the great noise, it sounds like one of the highest-ranking men is being announced. I hope I find him. I ask for nothing more than this. And Macduff leaves, and there's fighting. Malcolm and Seward, the father of young Seward, come in. Come this way, my lord. The castle has been surrendered without a fight. Macbeth's soldiers are fighting on both sides. Our noblemen are battling bravely. The victory is almost yours, and it seems like there's not much left to do. Malcolm says, our enemies fight as if they're trying not to hurt us. Macbeth's men are not loyal to him. They know that Malcolm is the rightful king. They don't want to fight against their brothers and their family. And Seward says, sir, enter the castle. And they exit, and you hear all the fighting going on. Act 5, Scene 8. It's so exciting, Em. How can you be sleepy over there? Macbeth says, why should I commit suicide like one of the ancient Romans? As long as I see enemies of mine alive, I would rather see my sword wound them than me. Here comes Macduff. Turn around, you dog from hell. Turn around. Macbeth says, oh, you're the only man I've avoided because he said, beware Macduff. Right? Oh, that was the 3. Beware Macduff. Birnam Wood marches on Dunsinane, and no man of woman born. There's my 3. You're the only man I've avoided. But go away now. I'm already guilty of killing your whole family. He admits it to him. I have nothing to say to you. My sword will talk for me. You are too evil for words. And sword fight. Macbeth says, you're wasting your time trying to wound me. You might as well try to stab the air with your sword. Go fight someone who can be harmed. I lead a charmed life, which can't be ended by anyone born from a woman. You can forget about your charm. The evil spirit you serve can tell you that I was not born. They're fighting. They cut me out of my mother's womb before she could bear me naturally. He was cesarean section. So he says, joke's on you, Macbeth. I wasn't born of a woman, so you need to beware Macduff. Macbeth says, yeah, he was cut out. Cesarean section. Macbeth says, curse you for telling me this. You frightened away my courage. I don't believe these evil creatures anymore. These dang witches just keep tricking me. They tricked me with their word games, raising my hopes and then destroying them. I won't fight you. Macduff says, then surrender, coward, and we'll put you in a freak show, just like they do with deformed animals. We'll put a picture of you on a sign right above the words, come see the tyrant. Macbeth said, I'm not going to surrender and have to kiss the ground in front of Malcolm or be taunted by the common people, even though Birnam Wood really did come to Dunsinane. and I'm fighting a man not of woman born. I'll fight to the end. I'll put up my shield and battle you. Come on, let's go at it, Macduff. And damn the first man who cries, stop, enough. And they fight. The trumpet of one army sounds to call retreat. The other army sound to call victory. The victorious army enters, led by Malcolm, Old Seward, Ross. So Malcolm's army wins. And Malcolm says, I wish all our friends could have survived this battle. Seward says, in every battle, some people will always be killed. But judging from the men I've seen around us, our great victory didn't cost us very much. Macduff is missing, and so is your noble son. So Seward's been killed, remember, young Seward. Ross says, my lord, your son has paid the soldier's price. There we go, death. Remember that. He only lived long enough to become a man, and as soon as he proved that he was a man by fighting like one, he died. So young Seward is killed. Old Seward says, kind of not the brightest. So he's dead? Yes, he's been carried off the field. Your grief should not be equal to his worth, because then your sorrow would never end. Were his wounds on his front side? Yes, on his front. What's the daddy asking? Were the wounds on the front side? If the wounds came from the back, what was he doing when he was killed?
He was paying attention.
Wasn't paying attention, or worse, you want to be brave in death in this time. If you get knifed in the back, you were running away.
Ooh.
So he says, were the wounds in the front or the back? Did he die bravely, or did he die running like a baby?
Running like a baby.
He didn't. They were in the front, he said. Yes, on his front. Well then, he's God's soldier now. If I had as many sons as I have hairs on my head, I couldn't have, it would be funny if the man was bald that was saying this. I have hairs on my head. I couldn't hope that any of them would die more honorably than he did. And that's all there is to it. Malcolm says, he's worth more mourning than that, and I will mourn for him. Seward says, he is worth no more than that. They tell me he died well and settled his scores. With that, I hope God is with him. Here comes better news. Macduff enters, and he's got Macbeth's head on a stick. He's got his head. They love to cut their heads off in that time. Hail, King, because that's what you are now, he says to Malcolm. Look here, I have Macbeth's cursed head. We are free from his tyranny. I see that you have the kingdom's noblemen around you, and they're thinking the same thing as me. I want them to join me in this loud cheer. Hail, King of Scotland, they're saying to Malcolm. And everybody, hail, King of Scotland. Triumphant trumpets play. Malcolm says, it won't be long before I reward each of you as he deserves, my thanes and kinsmen. I name you all earls, the first earls that Scotland ever had. We have a lot to do at the dawn of this new era. We must call home all our exiled friends who fled from the grip of Macbeth's tyranny, and we must bring to justice all the evil ministers of this dead butcher and his demon-like queen, who, rumor has it, committed suicide. She killed herself. This and whatever else we're called to do by God, we will do at the right time and in the right place. So I thank you all, and I invite each and every one of you to come watch me be crowned King of Scotland at Scone. And they leave. And we finished.
Nick.
You made it, Em. You got through Macbeth.
You go, dude.
All right, guys, you made it through Macbeth. Yay. So what was the moral of the story? What was Shakespeare saying? Remember, James I, we started with this. James I unifies the throne of England from Scotland. And this play was performed in front of James I. So it's really honoring this Scottish heritage. And Holinshed's Chronicles that we talked about at the very beginning link Banquo to this lineage of James I. So Banquo's sons do go on to live and become a line of kings. Macbeth is made into a terrible villain. His children do not, he never had any children. And all the tragic ending of Macbeth's life because he was tricked by the witches who love to play word games, just like Shakespeare loves to play word games. So we're done. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If you have questions, write them. You can DM me, ring the bell. You can DM me with questions on Best Tutor Friend on Instagram, and keep reading. I'll read to you next time. See ya.